In today's video, I'm going to be talking to an actual age regressor and also a virtual VRChat daycare owner. Somebody explain to me what this world is, but I've seen a lot of YouTube videos on this place. Is it really as weird as they say?
Depends on the world.
When they're not being moderated and have a bunch of creeps in there, yes.
It can get weird, right? That makes sense then.
I moderate my lobbies, so that won't be happening here.
I'm low-key so glad that I don't get that in my recommended, because from what I've heard, there are some videos about this world, but I honestly do not care.
Why don't you care? A lot of people in those videos exhibit weird behavior.
Why don't I care? Because people here tend to pretend that they're younger than they actually are as a coping mechanism.
What if
So true.
Age maxing? What
yeah,
the hell?
I'm 250. I'm 250, guys.
I gotta change my group.
I'm going to crash.
I'm no longer actively mentally
Wait,
ill.
what the fuck?
I'm no longer actively mentally ill.
At the time, I completely overlooked what she said just now. But re-editing this and watching it back, I came to the realization that people just diagnose themselves with mental illnesses on this game a lot. She literally said that she's no longer mentally ill. Where was the medical intervention? Where was the medical doctor who told her that? Because I checked her bio and she listed it filled with all her mental illnesses. However, she changed it and removed them all. I checked her bio a week later and guess what? All the mental illnesses she once said she lost were listed back there again. This implies she's either faking her mental and physical disability, or I'm just wrong.
Do you guys think it's offensive to, like, say, like, I don't know, like, say, like, haha, age regression funny?
No,
Yes.
it's not that offensive.
In a way.
Yeah, it's not really that.
It just depends on, like,
It depends on the context. If you're saying that,
age regression?
yeah.
The way I deal with trauma is I beat things. That sounds wrong, but like I punch things, like holes in my walls, because I'm emo like that.
Don't let this man get a wife, that's all I'm saying.
Whoa, what do you mean don't let me get away? I'm talking about like I do boxing, dude. Like, oh my god. Oh my god.
Hey,
What?
okay, listen here, Tiger Woods. We don't want any craziness happening.
No craziness. I do boxing, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, out of context, it sounds like you just beat a wall or something. You just like turn around and punch a wall full force.
No, I'm just joking about that. I box and stuff. My question is though, I've seen people who have like different ages to their actual age, but like their date of birth is different. They have a different age of birth basically to what their actual date of birth is.
Yeah, they say one and then they have another one.
Right. How do I approach somebody like that? It might sound like a weird question, but
If you don't want to pressure them, I wouldn't approach them to begin with. I'd just walk away. But if it's a problem, I'd say just go straight to them and say, sorry, you have two different date of births. What's going on there?
yeah, anytime I ask, I get greeted with the you and I get kicked very quickly. Like I just ask like, why do you have two different ages of birth? You know, just out of curiosity, but I never get like a straight answer.
Yeah.
The 18 plus daycare centers are just mainly just age players.
Yeah.
How would you tell the difference between an age regressor and someone who's not like who's doing age players? He was mentioning.
Age regressors generally won't be going around with a pacifier in their mouth. Age players probably will.
I thought that was just like a normal thing that people who age regress had. Wow. Okay.
What's happening?
I mean, they won't like actively just like suddenly pull out a pacifier and start using it in public.
Yeah.
Age regressing, they're probably going to be a little bit more conservative.
It's more like they develop a childlike mind.
So they'll draw things, do things that you'd expect from somebody younger, but they're not necessarily going to present as
I thought
younger.
age players just were like people who like acted like children, wore diapers all day.
No.
Oh no, that's a different thing. That's ABDL. That's kind of.
What the fuck is that?
Those are the type of people that live on DeviantArt. No disrespect, but at the same time, full diss. Oh yeah, we all have weird, but we don't openly put it as our personality. We only tell people that we fully trust.
Oh, I have nothing weird.
Yeah.
I'm normal, straight up. Like I'm like a.
Normal, you're just vanilla. I don't like the term normal in this kind of context.
I'm actually chocolate.
'Cause
You feel me? Let's go.
not talking about race here.
Oh, you're not talking about
about sexuality.
Oh, I don't. Maybe I didn't come on at the right time, but it's nowhere near as bad as the YouTube videos made it out to be. So the people who I spoke to, quote unquote, worked in those virtual daycares. Now the next person I'm speaking to is an actual age regressor. I was on YouTube, right, and a video came up about like people trolling in a daycare or something. What do you think of YouTube trolls? And
I have seen those videos, and they do it in this world specifically, actually. That's how I found this world.
Yeah, same.
That is a really cute world. But it's unfortunate. It just, I think it comes from a lot of misconceptions about what this is. Because they probably figure, oh, these people are acting like kids because they get off to it. That's probably where that comes from. Or either that, or they just don't understand why people are, in here acting like babies or kids or something. So I can understand. They don't get it. And it's something that they personally don't see themselves doing. Like, okay, yeah, it is a little silly that we're in here in little kid avatars and, playing with virtual toys and stuff. Like, yeah, it's a little quirky. It's a little strange. I just think it is unfortunate because, if people are in here and they're choosing to, regress in here, that's not a good environment at all to regress in when you have people shouting and, mocking you, making fun of you. It's unfortunate. So I block people. That's a thing that I'm actually kind of infuriated about though, because so many times people in those videos will continue to humor people and just be like, oh, shut up, get out of my face, you're stupid, blah. You could literally just block them and never have to see or hear from them again. It's that easy. You don't have to humor them at all. Just friggin' press a couple buttons and poof, they're gone. So I wish more people would do that, to be honest, because it could save them a lot of headache.
Yeah, sometimes people forget that the block and mute button exists. It's there for a reason.
Exactly.
I initially came here to see what was going on, see what it was all about because of the video specifically. I was like, maybe I could troll somebody today. But after speaking to you, I don't think I will. Because I honestly don't know what anyone has been through. And age regression is a form of therapy or a form of
a coping mechanism.
Yeah, coping mechanism, exactly. And I feel as if it would be wrong for me to, I don't know, try to
appreciate you, man.
Gaslight or troll because I don't know what you've been through, honestly. But I do hope you heal from it, though.
Right.
Honestly do.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
My other question was you said you don't normally age regress on online platforms. When do you feel safe enough to do so?
Pretty much only when I'm alone. I don't have anyone in real life that I feel safe around enough to age regress. It's a very, very vulnerable and personal thing. It's not something that should be shared with strangers.
And this right here is what confirmed for me that this woman is an actual age regressor and not the type of fakes that you see in those troll YouTube videos where they act and fake as if they have mental illnesses or they act like they're age regressors just for attention. To put this in perspective, what these fake age regressors do in VRChat is the equivalent of going to a nursery as a fully grown adult in real life and acting like a child, right? That is weird. That's what they do in VRChat. They enter public lobbies and they act like children for whatever reason. If you're trying to overcome some sort of trauma, you either do it in private or you find a group of people who have been through something similar and you talk about it with them in a private lobby or just in a private setting without strangers. However, these people on VRChat, a lot of them fake it and they do it in public lobbies because some of them have sick, twisted fetishes and they also like the attention too.
It's basically like leaving a kid alone in a park. You wouldn't do that. So you shouldn't leave your little self, your little headspace, alone with strangers who you have no idea what their intentions are. You have no idea who they are. It's just inviting problems.
You normally age regress in private. That's what you said, right? Yeah.
Yes. Well, the only reason I've really come into this world is because I just think it's really cute. I love the variety of items. And it's also nice to just try to find like-minded people. But if ever I am kind of in a littler headspace, I don't talk. I am completely just mute in my own little world, just playing with the toys on my own. If you have any more questions about it, I can shoot you a friend request, and if ever I'm online and you have some questions, I wouldn't mind, because I find that extremely respectable, just how open-minded you are about it.
Yeah, sure. I honestly, I'm the type of guy who listens and doesn't judge, But I do troll. Don't get it twisted. I do troll, but only people who are into the darker side of this, which is, as you said before, age. Right.
Oh god, yeah, no, dude, troll the fuck out of them. They're disgusting. They're actually disgusting. They want to try to say that it's a coping mechanism too, but they're re-traumatizing themselves. So for example, if they were a child sexual victim and they're trying to I guess, move on from what happened to them by recreating it, that you're just re-traumatizing yourself. That is a slippery slope. That is disgusting and dangerous. Like, that is horrible. I have no respect for them.
Yeah, same. But my next question is, how would I be able to tell the difference between somebody who's age regressing and somebody who's doing, you know, the age stuff?
I mean, the most obvious indicator is if they're being sexual at all, boom, age. That is a... If they're behaving in any way that you would discern as that's inappropriate for a child, they're not an age regressor.
Okay, so that's my green flag to troll them then. Got you. All right.
Basically, so if you've got like a quote unquote caretaker who's like talking dirty to the small one and the small one's into it, that's no bueno. That is no good.
Okay. Well, I'll look out for that. And if I do see it, I'll report them as well. Okay.
It's not difficult to find them.
Do they normally get kicked immediately, or what happens? Like, how are they normally dealt with? Because usually I just report them and troll them. Then
I'm going to be honest. I'm so new to these instances, just because I knew the risks of like coming in here. But I figured, I'm going to see if I can find any like genuine people. And yes, when you're in like a regression group, they will immediately be banned. Absolutely. Even just like saying a slur will usually get you banned. We're very discerning.
Yeah, like in mine, I check their profiles as soon as they join.
Does my profile ring any alarm bells? I mean, it's basically empty, but don't worry, I'm not like a threat or anything, I promise. A little bit? What about it?
You might be banned in my group. Trolls usually come in this cat avatar.
I thought it was wholesome and family friendly. I was trying to make sure I blended in.
No, it's really cute. It's just an unfortunate choice for the trolls.
I see. Now I need to look for the bad people to troll, but I can't find any bad people necessarily. So.
What do you mean by bad people?
Bad people. The bad people.
Like people that are coming here to...
The diddlers. The virtual diddlers.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking for them, but I can't find them, so I don't know. I'm trying to be like a virtual Batman, but it's a lot harder, I don't have a sat-nav that will take me directly to them so I can troll the f*** out of them, you know what I'm saying?
You kind of just have to listen in and wait for them to make a mistake in that regard.
True. Maybe I should just go silent incognito and then strike people. But no, I'm looking for the troll, but they're not around. Everyone seems pretty cool and chill here. Hey, how you doing?
There's a group called Daycare. You should strike there.
You don't hold up.
The guy he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy.
Got
you. He's currently trying to get it down.
That name alone, honestly.
The name alone is.
We have like a whole Discord server on him. He has like 3-4 daycares, and every time he gets banned, he keeps putting them back up, and he brings actual kids there. Like, it's
oh no!
Oh my god! Can you send your friend request? Xiao Miao. Oh.
Yeah, that's I like to add the people who I know who aren't trolls so I know not to ban them.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not a troll. Only to people who are like really weird, like the daycare guy you mentioned. Yeah,
that's understandable. He hosts instances here sometimes. He hosts them like every day, and he just keeps on putting his group back up, and we keep on getting it taken down. Like every second day, he just keeps on making new accounts.
Oh my god, his groups are terrible. I see what you're talking about.
And we have footage of it and everything. It's bad.
I'll look out for his instances and make sure to, nuclear troll them. I made friends with age regressors, which I never thought I'd ever say in my entire life. But if you do want a part 2 of me trolling the virtual diddlers that these guys mentioned in the video, then make sure you like and subscribe.